Hey guys, Nick from Millburn here for the Nick from Millburn post-game show. And I am joined by the prodigy, Eli. Eli, what's up, my guy?
How's it going? 2 big wins for Seton Hall today.
And Bobby Blackjack. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm all backwards here, but I'm good. I should be there, but I'm here.
Why are you backwards?
I was just telling the guys that I was told Monday night to come in to DJ. So I drive all the way up here, not too bad. A little snow when I got up to the higher elevations, snow flurries. Then I find out 10 minutes later they didn't need me.
What hat are you wearing? What hat are you wearing?
I just booked this hat today. I was looking for a hat, and this is a Brooklyn Nets hat because it has all the colors on it, so it matches all my sneakers.
Oh, I like it. It's pretty sharp.
Thanks.
Eli, are you sharing it all over the place?
Yep, I am already doing that right now.
All right, Eli, you're the best. That's why you're the future of the industry. You are, and I mean that. Nice to have you aboard. So anyway, guys, Nick from Millburn, a huge win tonight, a bounce back win for the Pirates. And I'm going to say this, okay? 1973, New York Mets, Frank Tug McGraw, you got to believe. I believe in Joe Henry, NXT reference. Shaw believes in Bud Clark, and I believe in Shaheen Holloway. Guys, Bud Clark came out of school in high school in Pennsylvania, not highly recruited. Nova hardly gave him a sniff, went to Merrimack, which isn't exactly a basketball powerhouse, and has put up pretty good numbers his first 2 years at Merrimack. Shaw, a great judge of talent, sees him, goes out, NIL comes. Not too many schools were interested in Bud Clark, but Shaw was. Shaw saw what he could be. And tonight, he became that. 30 points, 8 assists, clutch shots, hit a three, his step back, got other guys involved. Amazing game by Bud Clark. And, again, we've been talking about this. He did not start Simpkins, but Simpkins started the second half, played great in the second half, ended up, I believe, with 13 points. And that combination offensively of Bud Clark, A.J. Stanton-McCray, and DeJuan Simpkins, we need on the court. And we got him on the court tonight, and they were lights out. We got a lot of people that want to get on. Eli, let's bring Paul on. Paul, let me see your finger.
Guys,
are you married? Paul, are you married? There's a rumor going on that you got married. Are you married? Is there a
I
Mrs.
am not married,
Paul Justin fan? What?
I am still single, but I'm happy to be back in the United States after a trip out to Nevada. So I'm great to be back in America.
Paul, you got some nice color. You look relaxed. You look rejuvenated. Tell me your thoughts on the game tonight.
So I think a bunch of things are popping into my head. First of all, most coaches will tell you that they want Bud Clark to score because when he's scoring, the rest of the team isn't scoring. And I don't think that Kim English would agree with that tonight. 31 points, 8 assists. 8 assists mean that his passes led to 16 other points. So 47 of Seton Hall's 87 points either involved him scoring or sending somebody else. That's just absolutely tremendous. We saw Stanton McCray come up with 18. We saw Tajon come up with 13. We saw Godswill come into the game, score 6 points, make a foul shot off the backboard, which still counts. And I think that we saw a return to what we did well at the beginning of the season, where we had 18 turnovers for Providence led to 17 points for Seton Hall, as well as 11 points in the paint. 11 fast break points, 36 points in the paint. This was as textbook a game as we've had since we got into the Big East this season. I think a lot of that is Coach Holloway. I think a lot of that is the team. I think that a lot of that, by the way, too, is Kim English. I don't think he's a particularly good coach, and I think that Providence will be looking for somebody at the end of the season. One last stat before I stop babbling. Oswin, Aaron Munns Sui did not take a shot tonight. Now, he played 25 minutes. I know he was in foul trouble, but this, inside presence, this 6'10" guy rebounds, did not take a shot tonight. And that just says a lot about Stephon Payne, about Hines, and about the way the team played defense.
Paul, don't forget Godswill. Godswill came off the bench, and he by far had his best game of the year. Godswill played some great defense, gave us some points, hit 2 big foul shots. One, he banked in a foul shot. I mean, I don't think he called bank, but Godswill played amazing for him tonight. And I thought it gave us a big boost. And Kim English, guys, lost his mind in the second. I think it was the second half. Oh my God, did he lose his mind? Lucky his assistant coaches pulled him back, and he still wouldn't stop, and he ended up getting a T. And that may have been the spark that we needed at that point in the game. So who else do we have, Eli?
Bring on Tom now before I get to Frank.
Yeah, let's get Tom.
Tom, how's it going?
Tom.
Hey guys. Hey
Tom,
Nick.
what's going on? I love
Nick.
Tom. Are we wearing the same hat? I love your hat.
Yeah, maybe we are. Hey, Nick, you were at the game. We can tell from the TV a little light tonight. Actually, a lot light. Can you give us kind of a snapshot of the how well we were in attendance there? Look pretty light.
So it was Isaiah Whitehead bobblehead doll night. And I have an Isaiah Whitehead. I got one, Bobby. I asked Bill. Bill was more concerned about the steak in the buffet than getting the Isaiah Whitehead bobblehead. But Bobby, I got your back. You got me a Surge sports shirt. I got you an Isaiah Whitehead bobblehead.
Go!
Bill's waving. Do you want him on, Nick?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
We got a lot of people.
Okay.
Bill's the closer. Bill's the Mariano.
Bill's the
show. So Tom, let me tell you, it was sporadic everywhere, but it wasn't awful. Like on Regents Row, right? The first row across from our bench, that was empty at the beginning of the game. But then they plugged some people in there because you need that plug because of TV. But the student section, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, was abysmal. It was awful. No excuses. I don't care what was on. If young Sheldon was on, if there was exams, whatever. The student section was a disgrace. It was. Yeah. Students, get to the game. Yeah. Come on. They feed you. They put you on a bus. I know this generation needs to be coddled. How can you get any more coddled? Do you want me to send Bill up with what's her name and pick you up? I mean, Tom, enough of that. Tom, what are your thoughts of the game?
Well, I mean, the general came out today and had a phenomenal game. Dropping 31, just like I think Bill had mentioned to you. He made everybody better on the court today, which was offense and defense. Really good job. We saw in the second half. We saw Michael Hines and Fisher play, I think, maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3. So I just hate playing from behind. Why can't we start with the right unit going forward? Now that you see what you've got, why? I don't like playing from behind. Yes, we're a second half team. We scored 48 points in the second half. That's a lot. I don't think we've done that all season. Eli, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, we're almost 50 points in the second half. That's unheard of for Seton Hall.
Yeah.
Drop that much. Godswell gave us, he played 7 minutes. He gave us a couple baskets there. He did look a little lost on the zone. Made a couple mistakes on the zone, and then you saw him. They switched to man, back to man. But Rivera did his dirty work underneath the boards. Scored. I think he had 3 points, but he had 6 rebounds there. So if you look at the 5 that we've got out there, from Payne to McCray Obviously, the general. I'm calling him the general there. The new Gerald Green. He's the general. Bud Clark, and then Trey Parker filled in nicely, and then Simpkins. If he can get his feet set on those threes, he had one on the corner there where he was coming off a great call after a timeout, and he hit one on the corner there. That was really nice. But if he gets his feet set, he could shoot. I mean, our stats from three. This is where we need to be, guys. This is where we need to be. We need to shoot roughly 40%. We shot 37% from three with 6 of 16. If we can shoot around that, we're gonna be in games. We're gonna be in games. And then overall, we shot 50% from the field. They shot roughly 50% from the field. But what was the key thing in this game? And I'll let you all go. But was the turnovers, 16-5, guys, and the last few games, we aren't getting into foul trouble putting these guys on, 10 minutes to go in a game, 12 minutes to go in a game that they're shooting 1-on-1. So he's cleaned up that, and we got a game, Saturday, right?
Yes, we do.
And we're going to Butler.
Yes.
Finley Bizjack.
Got hurt.
Is that a day game? Is that a 4:00 game? Please tell me that's
6
a 4:00
o'clock.
game. 6 o'clock.
All
right.
Hey, guys, hold on one second, Tom. Nick, Bizjack got hurt tonight. He hurt his hand. He left the game. I was watching the UConn game here.
Ooh.
Bizjack got hurt.
That's
Okay.
that's major.
Yeah.
End of the game, he
that
got
is.
hurt. He went to
Okay.
the locker room.
If anybody has anything, I know people pop in about Finley Bizjack. If you guess any info at all, that would be greatly appreciated. That's Paul's favorite player in the Big East that's not on Seton Hall. Trey Carroll and Finley Bizjack are in the Paul Just a Fan. Right, Paul?
Oh, yes. Finley Bizjack has the best name in college basketball.
All right, so one last thing, and this is from my sister who wanted to go to the game tonight, but it's it's an 8 o'clock game. Time she gets back to Morris Plain.
Sure.
It's 10:30. That is a challenge. Maybe it's because these games are late. Not only from the students, shouldn't be from the students. It's school. Come on.
Yeah.
But a dedicated fan like you, Nick, jumping in the car. I don't know if you Uber down there, but that's one of the challenges that, like my sister was saying, that they love to go to the games, but Lord, 7:30, 8 o'clock. We're playing St. John's at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock on a Friday.
Yeah, I was told
to get
that
home to 11:30.
I know.
I don't know. What's your thoughts of maybe playing at Walsh Gym?
The problem with Walsh is you are two things. You're contractually obligated to the Big East of having X amount of games in an arena that can sell X amount of tickets. And Walsh doesn't meet that. Walsh, when they refurbished it, it's about 1,900 now. And the second thing is our season ticket holder base, let's just say it's 6,000. You can't fill them all at Walsh. So we do have a couple games at Walsh, but you really can't play any Big East games. It's just not practical.
Not St. John's. Maybe another team, but not St. John's at Walsh.
Well, really, Eli, but if that happens, you're going to have to cut off a good amount of your season, and you're losing money. Nah, you can't. It's just not going to happen.
Well,
play. We had three, but then on the flip side, we had 3 non-conference games at Walsh, and we're getting killed for doing that. So you can't win.
We did play St. John's in Walsh Gym. I was at that game.
Well, during the pandemic.
No, Bill Wennington, Chris Mullin.
Oh, yeah. Well, that
Andre
was
McLeod.
Yeah.
We were winning at halftime. I had to be 13 years old. We were winning at halftime.
Was that the famous toilet paper game? It was senior day. And what happened was Seton Hall had a thing where when they scored the first basket, fans threw toilet paper on the court. And Lou Conisecca was complaining about it. So Seton Hall said, all right, Louie, no toilet paper. And they searched it. And, of course, everyone got in toilet paper. And it was raining all different colored toilet paper. And poor friend Gene Burley, who was a manager at the time, had to go up and clean up toilet paper. But
Yes,
but
I was
that
at
was
that game. Nick, I was at that game and we were winning at halftime, and I was with my mom.
right.
And St. John's was number 1 in the country. Bill
Yeah.
Wennington, Willie Glass.
Well,
Chris
Walter
Mullen.
Berry, Chris
Back
Mullen,
then,
that whole
that was the only time we we played a number 1 team in the country at Walsh.
At Walsh.
Gym.
Guys,
Love
you might not ever believe this, but I saw Patrick Ewing at Walsh. Georgetown played at Walsh. We used to have all our Big East games at Walsh, and then the Big East said, we're a legitimate conference. You can't play in these bandbox arenas. So they moved everything. But Walsh was insane. Talk about a home court advantage. Walsh, it was nothing. Guys, when you see it now, nothing like it was back then.
Nope. Well, hey, we've got, I think if we take 4 out of the last 6, we've got 1 down, 3 more to go. I think it's going to be a tough road with UConn and St. John's. Bobby, I think UConn and I agree with this the last time when we talked about UConn and St. John's. Those are going to be tough, but if we can win the DePauls, we got to play DePaul, we got to play Georgetown and Butler, and I think Xavier one more time. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, I believe you're right about that. I know Butler is next, and then
and then the following Wednesday is DePaul. I don't know if you guys are going to that game, but I actually might be coming up for that one. So if
are we talking the 18th?
Yes, the 18th is DePaul, Georgetown Saturday the 21st. Then it's UConn a week from Saturday, and then Xavier and St. John's to end off the season.
So the 18th is my wife Annette's birthday, so we're gonna try to get there. And then and it's 2 days before Christina's getting married, and the 21st is the day after. But I'm gonna try to make. I'm gonna definitely try to make the 18th. The 21st depends.
I think I get a 6 o'clock game, so you might be able to. It's a 6 o'clock game on the 21st.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, I think I get a mulligan if I can't make it, but I'm gonna try for the 21st. I might have some work obligations, but Tom, anything else before we let you go?
No, that's it, guys. Great job. Good win. Let's see if we can roll this into the next. If we can win the next 3, I think we're going to be in good shape. Let me, if you guys want to know what we are right now in KenPom, because that's kind of what.
Did we move up? We were 50, right, going into today? 52 maybe.
There's games tonight. This thing changes literally by the evening. So right now, Seton Hall is 48th.
Oh wow, cool.
Guys, 48th.
That's bubble.
That if we stay under 50, we've got a good chance. So we jumped from 50 to 48 on this win. I don't know why we did that, but and then we got my good friend New Mexico at 47. They're playing tonight. I got to go check that game right now.
They're up 13.
Yeah. What were they? I don't know who they're playing, but
Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon. Yes. All right, guys. I got to roll. Nice talking to y'all. Let's go Hall.
Thank you, Tom. Eli, before you let
Tom.
the next person in, let me just say that I ran into someone. I went, tonight, $5 Michelob Ultras. I don't really drink, so I didn't partake. And then, like I said, Isaiah Zeke Whitehead out of Abraham Lincoln High School in Coney Island came here, recruited by Shaheen, and led us to the 2016 Big East Championship. And he brought along Duncan Desi Rodriguez. Bobby remembers Duncan Desi. But anyway, I was going up to grab something, and a guy stopped me. I watch your show, and he knew all of us. He said, Paul, Bobby, the kid's really good, on and on and on. And then he goes, where's Luigi? So Luigi, come on. He also said like Bill and the buffets. So yeah, so people do what people trust me. They watch this show. Who else do we have out there?
We have Frank and Bill on. So you want Frank first?
Yeah, Frankie. Get Frankie. Get Frankie on.
What's up, Frank?
Frank's in the car.
Hey guys.
I saw Frankie tonight. Frankie was pounding those $5 Michelob Ultras.
Could you guys see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Frank, you did an awesome. Paul, you know who Wally Pipp is, right?
I do. I know. I'm
No. There's only one Paul Justice fan, but Frank did an amazing job last night. Really, he did. Thank you, Frank. So, Frank, your thoughts?
Well, it was a great win. I mean, as I said last night, they're always a war, all these games, and we came out on top. And you know what? Sometimes luck comes back the other way. And we did have a little bit of luck at some times. I don't want to, you know, yeah, all right. You know what? I mean, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. God's will shots were a little lucky to go in.
He bounced. He hit the backboard on a foul shot. I mean,
yeah. But you know what? I mean, I was joking around. Like there were Providence fans right behind me. I'm like, no, that's his soft touch. And anyway, you know, it's not like we only won by 2 points. We won by a little bit more than that. And it was a crucial victory. It was something that we needed. And I was a little nervous when Providence came out shooting the lights out from 3. They started out 5 from 6, and then maybe 7 for 10 or 6 for 9,
they were
something
on
like
fire.
that. Yeah. So I'm saying to myself, wow, are we going to be able to withstand this? But you know, we showed some fortitude there. We had a, you know, we did not give up. These guys really played hard tonight, and I know you guys touched upon the student section. I wish I couldn't beat upon it, but yeah, they deserve to get an ass kick in here because that was disgusting. You know, even they I don't think there was 100 kids in the section.
No, that's generous. That is generous because I think they sold tickets in the student section, and because there were a lot of young students in there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And shout out to my future son-in-law, Michael Palmerson. He took his group out from his school, from his middle school, and they were sitting, and there were other groups sitting behind the other basket. That basket was more crowded than the student section, which you shake your head.
I know. My son Nicholas and I, we were watching, and we were trying to count, and I totally agree with what you're saying, Nick. And you know, at least I just want to pat everybody on the back, like the 30 to 40 students that were there. They all deserve like a big hug. But everybody else, I don't know where they are. It's really getting frustrating.
I remember a few years back, and we were talking about the 2016 team and Isaiah Whitehead. Stack Monster Jr.'s son, there was something called the Bluebeard Army. Eli, is there still a Bluebeard Army?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, so they were like the leaders of the student section. They would sit in the front row, and it was Stack Monster Jr., if you're out there, hop on, and then a Seton Hall legend, Timmy Ice, WSOU legend and fan legend, and I think he was a general of the Bluebeard Army. So Tim, if you're watching, you know, hop on and just explain. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know. Eli, as a student, I mean, was young Sheldon on tonight or something? I mean,
young Sheldon ended like
before.
10 years ago. I mean, I don't even know how long ago, but I think the students don't want to pay for the ticket. I mean, you have to pay for the ticket.
But if you go, you get it back.
I know. But I mean, people don't want to pay for the ticket. You have to go all the way out there. You got homework. You got this. Nobody wants to, and nobody's into it. You go around campus. Nobody really cares. Nobody's saying, "Oh, let's go watch a Seton Hall men's basketball."
Well, why? They used to be into
I know
it.
they used to be.
Are
But
the
the culture has
demographics
changed.
different? Are
The
we
culture
getting?
has changed. I don't
What
know
happened?
why.
What? Why? Why did it change?
The culture has changed, though.
Why?
I don't know why. I could
Maybe the 7-win season last year.
7-win
Good point.
season. You know, they're not winning these big games that they're supposed to win. You know, there's the Olympics are on. They'd rather watch. I don't know.
Oh my God!
I know. But like a lot of people, they're like they could care less about Seton Hall basketball. They rather watch something else on Netflix or whatever else. When I see them, nobody's saying, "Oh, Seton Hall basketball." Nobody's saying that. Nobody.
So you're saying there's no pride.
There's no pride. Nobody's saying, "All right, let's go watch Seton Hall basketball. Let's go support." Nothing. There's nothing like that.
Paul, when you went to Yale, was there pride? Did people like go out? Did they know what you guys had it with Ron Darling? Like, I don't.
Well, we were very much
Paul
more
froze
of a
up.
football school
Right.
when I was there. But the
But was there pride in
student section
football?
for
There
the
has
football
to-
games was pretty packed every week.
Right. So there was
What was
pride.
going on, less in the stands. And I think that they're probably, the athletic department probably needs to do something to get Seton Hall basketball on campus to be a thing that the kids go to, whether or not the team is good. It's just
But the
something that
question
you
is-
always do for fun.
But the question is, what could else they do? I mean, I see all the time emails, notifications on Instagram and all these other social media platforms. They're promoting, they're giving this away, they're giving that away, but it's not working. What else is
Yeah.
there left? I don't know. I don't have the answer to it.
I mean,
The
and it's
games
too
on
bad
national
because
television, you figured they'd want to get
It's-
on TV. They give them shirts. They give them a bus. They give them
Was it
chicken
tonight on
fingers.
Peacock?
tonight
Was
was
it?
on
Yeah.
Peacock.
Yeah.
It's on Peacock. It's on national television.
But you could still get on TV. I mean, Timmy Ice was on TV every game.
I think, Nick, the other thing is that this is an entertaining team.
Right.
You could talk about whether they're good or bad or lost games they should have won or whatever it is, but they're fun to watch. When they're playing well, they're fun to watch. And that's the thing that probably surprises me the most about the interest and the attendance. And it's not just the students. What were there, 7,500 people in the Rock tonight?
Yeah, but Paul, it was not great.
Not even.
But it wasn't awful, right, Frank? The student section was awful.
Okay.
I
It was
mean,
awful.
right, Frank? 45 students, maybe?
And to your point about TV, I want to go back
Yes.
to your point about TV, though.
All right, go point about TV.
You can do things called TikToks and Instagram on your phone these days, and you could be on Good Morning America the next day, likely, if your video goes
Right.
viral.
But
So
they
that's the
would
thing.
go to
There's
they would
nothing
go to the
like
game.
that anymore these days. You go to the game, you can do that. No, that's not like that anymore. Because the social media has changed everything.
Yeah, but you could still show a picture of you on TikTok or whatever that is, or Instagram, and you could. That's a joke, but you could still and you could do both. I don't know. Like no one paints their face. I mean, we used to have the guys would go as lobsters. Seriously, I don't know why, but they would go as lobsters.
That was the
men-
swim team, right?
What?
That was the swim team.
No, the swim team would go in Speedos.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The men's team would go, the guys would go in lobsters. The Bluebeard Army would paint it I don't know. There was just people
That's also
into it.
true. Yeah, you could tell. I don't know. I think it's just there's no clear answer to why. I mean, they just not into the sport, I guess. I mean, it's changed.
Do you still have that paper to Setonian?
I think it's online, everything. I haven't seen a physical copy in
Really? They don't. Wow. I don't know. Maybe someone should write in why don't the students go to games? I mean, that's something. I know Bobby's trying to get us a plug in the Setonian, but I don't know. I guess it's apathy, but we're not 7 wins this year. We're 17 wins, right, Bob?
Yep. 17-8.
17-8. I don't know, Eli, and it's not directed at you. Believe me,
course,
you're
yeah.
great, but your peers. I mean, I don't understand it.
I know. Well, what are you gonna do? Not
I
much
mean, they
you
gave
can do.
them really sweet black jerseys.
Wasn't tonight
but
the
they don't
cancer
come
night
back.
too? The cancer stand-up thing that they usually do.
Yeah, I want that pink thing they were wearing. Where do I buy that?
Yeah, what was that? Yeah. And
What?
they held up the signs for cancer. Did they not do that?
And then they also did a dribble thing. I dribbled a basketball out in the hallway, and I got a T-shirt. And then I went to I channeled. I used to be pretty good. I did a behind the back pass to some guy who almost hit him in the head. He wasn't paying attention.
Oh
But,
wait, Nick, did you know that they replayed that and you were on the big screen?
there you go.
They had you in there, and I was actually upset because I had like a nice between the legs pass
Yeah.
to my son, and that wasn't on the video screen. But
Look,
you know,
I am
What did your
part
son
of a
think of the
show.
game?
I'm sorry.
I am part of a show, and I have a platform, so I'm going to use that platform occasionally. Frank, going in, I've never seen this. These bobbleheads dolls. Everybody, first 3,500 fans get a bobblehead, right? The
Right.
lady's saying, "Oh no, it's one per group." Have you ever heard of anything so
Oh,
asinine?
one per person.
No,
No, no.
the lady didn't want to give Christina one. Oh, he got one. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, come
Wait a
on.
minute.
That's your
No.
reason there why people don't show up to games.
No,
It was asinine.
I mean,
I
not
couldn't
my
believe it.
lady. My lady gave me and my son one each, and it was no problem. I didn't
Yeah,
even.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah, she wanted to hoard 5 for herself. That's why.
Bill was
you go on.
Bill, between bites of steak sandwich, Bill was putting them in his pockets.
Come
Oh,
on, Bill.
I saw Bill.
Should we bring
I
him
saw
on?
Bill down
Yeah,
there.
bring him
Bring him
on.
on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Hathaway.
Yo,
Bill Buffet Holloway. There he is.
what's up? What's up, Bobby? How you doing, man?
I missed the
Paul.
game. I'm not happy. I'm here.
I think everybody
You're
wants to know
back,
the $1
man.
million
You're
question.
back. Hey, look, my man Paul is got a hair. Man, you look sharp like a dollar bill, man. You are the man.
Bill, he
You
didn't
are
get
the
married.
man.
Bill, he
Welcome
didn't
back.
get.
Yeah, go
Bill, he
ahead.
didn't get married. Bill, he did not get married.
Really? How you guys doing tonight? Well,
I
you
think
know,
the $1 million question everybody's dying to know from you is what was the spread and what's the steak that everybody keeps talking about that you had?
I must have ate so much stomach chicken and beef steak and all types of dessert. Oh my God, my stomach is boiling right now. No, it was fun. You know, we had a pregame meal which they offer. It was a good steak, steak dinner, mac and cheese, cornbread. All the usual stuff. It was pretty good.
Is that
It
better than
kinda-
the $25 garden hot dog?
Oh, forget about the hot dog.
My question is, did they
I
pay?
went-
Hold on, Bill. My question is, I went to the game. Well, the last game was a week and a half ago, wherever it was.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I had to walk over snow mounds to get into the press room. Did they finally pay? Did the snow melt yet? Are there pass finally?
Yeah. They were cleaning the snow tonight.
That was
They were
horrible last
cleaning the
time.
snow down there tonight. Yep.
All right.
Well, don't expect anything fancy next Wednesday because it's Ash Wednesday. So just let everybody know. Don't expect no steak dinner next
Yeah,
week.
I'm going to try to make
fish.
it next Wednesday's game.
Oh, we're gonna have fish, right? Because we're a Catholic school.
Yeah, probably, or pizza. Or nothing.
Pizza,
Lobster
fish.
tail and butter sauce
Is,
works.
Pizza and
Father,
tater
is
tots.
Father John going to be giving out ashes at the game? I think he did that one year, actually.
He did that one year?
Wow. So, I want to go over to the game route, Seton Hall, big win tonight for the program. It was a good win. Adam Clark, 31 points. Adam Bud Clark, he's such a great player because you know why? He's a key, it's like he drops the ball right in the middle when he comes out. And he had an issue towards the end of the game. I don't know if he fouled out or not, but Adam Bud Clark was good. Adam Stanton McCray had 18, 7 for 16. I thought the team played real well tonight. Complimentary basketball. They needed the win, and they got the win. Stephon Payne, he had about 9 points, 31 of 61, three-pointers. What I didn't like in the game is Seton Hall, Providence, they really came out strong on the threes. And this reminds me of the Creighton game. They were just shooting the ball like crazy, Nick. But we didn't have a lot of turnovers tonight. Like Paul said, 36 points in the paint. that's a key number. And Ken Palm, you gotta get to 20. So I think Seton Hall is in good standing right now. I think their team, they played well in the second half. They wanted this win. Adam Bud Clark is our leader. I think he did a superb job tonight, along with Elijah Fisher. No, all of them did. They wanted to win tonight. They needed to win, and they got the big win. Well, what I didn't understand with Fisher, was it a Providence coach? What was it? What was his problem tonight? I guess he didn't get it. I guess he didn't get his pregame meal on time or something. He was a little upset
he
tonight.
was
You know
on
what I mean?
right, Frankie. He was on fire. Kim English. He was not happy. I mean, I
Yeah,
mean, he
I
was,
don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't know if I guess some coaches like to see a spark, but that wasn't a really spark. That was like
that was anger.
I don't know
That
what
was
that was.
frustration and anger.
No, it backfired. It
Frustration.
backfired. I think that was one of the turning points that really helped us.
Yeah, I think the team. I think that really helped us. I think that really helped Shaheen Holloway's group, and they played well in the second half. This is what they have to do to basically, close out. You can't, like I said previous on the shows. Seton Hall's a team. They have a bench. They have to use that type of bench. Now we're going into Butler. The game is Sunday instead of Saturday. I think it's Sunday at 6 o'clock. I'm not for
Yeah,
sure.
it's Sunday. There's no game Saturday.
I think it's 6:30.
Yeah.
6 p.m. Sunday.
They're going to Butler. They have to do a revenge game. They have to win this game. Like Bobby said, I guess you win 5 out of, what are we saying, Bobby? 5 out of 2? 5-2, right?
5 out of 7,
and
no?
2?
5 out of 7?
5 out of 7. You're in good standing. You get, wins in the Big East tournament. And the team, hopefully Seton Hall doesn't get screwed in the tournament. This is Seton Hall's year. As far as the student section, I don't understand the support. I don't know what the standards at Seton Hall is as far as them getting tickets, if they got to pay for them or whatever they got to do. We have to have a strong presence at these games. Even the last couple games, you got Georgetown home, you got St. John's home, you got DePaul home. You got to really give the crowd. The crowd is the sixth man in the Big East. Wherever you go, they're going to Butler Fieldhouse. They're out in Butler. They have to get the sixth man somehow on the road. One key player is Goswell. Goswell came in. He kind of had them key baskets. He only had probably 9, Nick? Probably 9 points tonight, I guess.
6.
No, I don't think he had that many. That would be
6.
that would be more than he had all year.
6.
Okay. I mean, he had his little 6 points, and that was the key for the game. They kind of wanted it, and we'll see what comes Sunday. See what and kudos to the girls. The girls won tonight. They play Saturday against DePaul at home. They're back on their winning ways, and that's what it is.
What time's the game Saturday, Bill?
12 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Yep. They have some type of event going on before the game. The Big East Conference is coming in. They have like a little basketball thing or clinic, whatever, where the fans can get, shirts. They're having it in the community. I guess the gym. They're having a look from 11 to 1, and the game was at 1 o'clock. So I guess you'll see a big crowd there on Saturday. But back to the game tonight. Seton Hall, they had a good win. Holloway and his coaching staff actually did a good job as probably scouting this team. I don't know how the scout team did in practice this week, but they accomplished a goal to win another game. There's 17 wins in the season, so you're counting down. Now you're counting down the games.
Bobby. So we're at 17 before we get to Bobby and the women, so we're at 17 wins, correct? We
Yep.
have seven. We have 6 games left. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're
Yep.
set. We're 7-7, 6 games left.
Yep.
17 wins. We go 3-3. That's 20, and that's 10-10
Okay.
in the Big East. Paul, you don't think that's enough, right?
I don't. I just think that the Big East has had a down. I think that. Well, it also depends on which 3. If St. John's and UConn are 2 of those 3, that's a very different.
Right.
The 3 are Georgetown, DePaul, and Butler. I think that they've got to get the 3 games against the teams that they're supposed to beat. They've got to get 1 out of the 2 ranked teams. They've got to. I think that they've got a better chance of St. John's at home than UConn at Stores. But I think that they got to get that game. I think getting the St. John's game, last game of the regular season, and then getting a game in the Big East tournament, that might be enough to push them over the edge.
I know
don't
you
think that
guys
if
are
they just
saying
go
that
3,
that game's
they're gonna
9
make the
o'clock
tournament.
on a Friday night. But that game we need, if the students don't come out to senior night, our season on the line with a possible trip to the NCAA, then, and even our fans, I don't care if it's 9 o'clock, right? I mean, I know it's late. Take a nap, right? Take a nap. There's no, right, Frank, you're going to be there, right?
Well,
Frank!
Well, wait, all right. So you know what? I'm trying to work this out. I have an 80th birthday party that I'm supposed to attend up in
But
Syracuse.
that's different. That's a family obligation. That's
Right,
different.
right.
Two
And that's the next morning. But I'm trying to convince my wife that I could go to this game, and then we could, go up right afterwards.
Yeah, Mrs. Frank, let him go. He bleeds pirate blue. Come on, Mrs. Frank, please. Eli, you wanted to make a point?
Yes, I want to bring up 2 things. The
Yeah.
St. John's game where it's at 9 o'clock at night, it's spring break for Seton Hall. The whole campus will pretty much be empty and gone.
Oh, God.
We have to keep that in mind first off. The whole campus will be gone.
That's
Second,
not an excuse.
if you're from the West Coast, you come back to Seton Hall.
How many West Coasters do we have?
We have a lot, believe it or not. There's a decent amount.
Wait.
We also have a ton of commuters.
But
Yes,
but
and I'm
but,
one of them.
but
And
where,
also,
but where
the
do
clock
kids
goes ahead
go?
1 hour that weekend too. So if you want to catch up on your sleep, that's
Eli,
You lose sleep.
Where
You
do
lose
kids
sleep.
go on-
Yeah, right.
Eli, where do kids go on spring break? Daytona? Or is that not it? Like where are they going?
You're asking the wrong person. I got no idea.
You have no idea?
You know, I know a lot of
Bobby's a
people in the West
DJ.
Coast
Do you know Bobby?
I was a commuter. I didn't go anywhere.
Bill, you go anywhere? No? White Castle and Orange? No?
ShopRite, pals.
I think I went to the Seaside Boardwalk once. It was like a warm March day.
Bill's
Paul, did
going
you
to
ever go
Golden
anywhere
Corral
else?
for spring break.
Bill Buffet Holloway.
Poor Bill.
But no,
Oh my God.
but Bill made a very good point to jump on when he was talking about the crowd.
Sure.
The road games that Seton Hall has between now and the end of the season are at Hinkle Field House, they're at Stores, and they're at the Cintas Center in Cincinnati. Those are 3 places where the fans do come out for their team. So
Yes.
there's got to be some sort of a, Seton Hall's got senior night, again, 9 o'clock on a Friday night. There's DePaul and there's Georgetown at home. And there needs to be a little bit of juice. Seton Hall can't play 6 games where they're on the road getting screamed at and coming home to a silent gym. I mean, Bills, you're 100% right that's got to be an advantage for them.
I think what it is.
Was,
Go ahead, Paul.
no, go ahead, because I was changing the subject. Go ahead, Bill.
I think Paul's right. I think the 6-man crowd, it's like at a football game, like Eli's team. Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champ.
There we go.
They bring that bell.
Eli,
They
congratulations.
bring that bell. Listen, they bring that bell at the game, and they get the crowd fired up. Some type of bell they use in the NFL. They just ring it, and you'll get the crowd, fired
We
up.
got a torch. We light up the rock.
Okay.
What is a
You're
knife here?
right.
A knife here at the
You're right.
rock, right? We got a knife. We
You're
light up the
right.
rock. Is that what we do here?
Yep. Exactly.
We have,
We
we have
got
a caller.
caller. Yeah.
Get Maddie P on,
Yes.
please. Maddie,
What's up, guys? Sorry.
what's going
What's
on,
up, man?
Maddie?
What's up,
Long
Matt?
drive home. What a great drive home.
Maddie, your thoughts?
Great win. Great win. He is Bud Clark. I'm totally impressed. I knew he'd have his breakout games here and there. And thank you, State McCray, for his contributions, and Aaron tonight. Those 6 points, big. Defense did their job. Took it again, second half. We clamped down, and Bud Clark show. With St. McCray and others. Fouls. And I think I didn't get to look at all the stats, but on the way home was listening to Hall Line until they had to cut it off at 10:30. Turnovers. We had very few, which is good thing. Bounced back. We bounced back from Creighton, and one game at a time, like we said, Nick. After the Creighton game, one game at a time, and that's what it's going to be. Big opportunity for a quad one win on Sunday versus Butler. So,
but Maddie, we just got word that Finley Bizjack might not play.
What's the matter?
Is good and bad.
He got hurt at the end of the game. I was watching here, and he got hurt toward the end of the game.
Okay, so I have to watch his status for an injury report to see. But again, got to prepare with him playing. So it's a big opportunity for we only have I think they said 3 quad one games left. So and we can't not looking forward, but we got to keep winning. We control our own destiny. So, and that's always been our MO. So, but back to the game, lineup changes here and there. Somebody on Hall Line, not sure if you guys listened, said that Simpkins should really start. Mike Williams has been not there the last kind of 4 or 5 weeks. So, we've been talking about that for the last couple of call-ins. Should Simpkins start? But we don't know what's behind the scenes with NIL and stuff like that in agreement. So, if it's going to provide, points when we need points to stay in the game rather than claw back.
Maddie, with 17 and a half left in the first half, Mike Williams did something on defense that Shaw did not like. And he gave it to him and pulled him out and put Simpkins in. And then he started Simpkins in the second half. So I don't want to say anything bad about anybody because Mike Williams does play solid defense. But,
Right.
yeah, I'd like to see – but Simpkins is getting – what did he play tonight, 30-something minutes anyway?
Yeah, he played a lot of minutes. Somebody
said,
I mean,
so he's getting minutes. I like Simpkins on the court with Stanton, McCray, and Clark. I think you need to have those three together as much as possible, right?
I agree. They work well. If we could get the big men, we miss a lot of, again, Bud and Payne played really well together. And, if Payne really holds on to the ball and goes up with it right away, he has a better shot. And I don't know if he's just thinks he's going to overshoot and hit the backboard. But that's better than, falling off the thing. I mean, there's a couple easy shots in the first half. We kind of missed there that he, but overall, I mean, Bud Clark needs help every game. Glad St. McCray stepped up tonight, and then you get a little production from here and there from different players, and that puts together, an 80-point, performance. And
Yeah.
that we said it. I think you said it. 72 points wins the game. Some of the games, and getting through the free throw line when you need to, that helped too. So overall, great game. They came bounced back, and now they prepare for Butler on Sunday, and then we're back at the Rock on Wednesday night, and another big home crowd should be out there to take care of the Paul fans that show up. We had a couple Providence fans, and one guy, he just didn't keep quiet. He was just like, but that's the problem in Prudential Center. They don't segregate,
No.
where to put fans, and it's truly not, so, but it all he was cool. We told him long ride home to Providence. So, but it was really great because, all the alumni that sit in my section really, we're really true fans and that. So, but I don't know. I missed all your call because when you drive home,
Yeah,
you
you
don't
can't.
get to,
That's yeah.
you can't listen in because my car
Yeah.
doesn't allow that. So overall, I was listening to the whole line. So how do you join the booster club? Anybody have of an in?
Yeah, I actually was who's the guy that calls Hall Line? This is Abbott. I
Yeah.
met Abbott and I talked to Abbott and Mrs. Abbott before the game. Abbott, class of 66, booster club member since 68, season ticket, whatever.
Yeah.
The guy that runs it is Vince. I'll try to get you the info.
Yeah, send me a Facebook.
Yeah,
message.
Vince somebody run. Yeah, they do a really good job. They have some I've went on a couple of their trips. They do good trips.
Yeah, I might be interested next season,
Yeah.
and because there's not many. There's only Butler and Xavier left.
Yeah, I would wait till next year, but they do some real good trips.
Yeah, so I'm looking to try to put some stuff together to do some trips in between. Not sure, where else I want to travel to see some games. So, but overall, gentlemen, good sleeping tonight because we got the W, and that's what we needed. And
Speaking of trips, let me just say before we let you go, I have been to Hinkle. It is on campus. It is like a throwback arena. There is an on-campus bar that we went to after Seton Hall win, and there's nothing like Hinkle. It's really it is literally the locker room is in the hallway, literally. So when the players come out of the locker room, they have to stop everybody in the hallway. You have to stop because the players come out of the hallway. And that dog, Blue, he has a locker room too. It's insane.
Yeah.
How big is the campus?
It's not very big, but I didn't really explore a lot of it, but it's an arena campus. They get the cars in and out, and there's a nice little like Fridays type bar restaurant on campus. So yeah, kind of like, I don't know if anybody remembers the Seton Hall pub, kind of like that with better food.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
By the way, Simpkins has 32 minutes tonight.
Wow. Okay.
Tied for second highest on the team.
Yeah.
And that's getting back to this. Probably he didn't like the way Mike Williams played, so he pulled him and played Mike Williams. And I give Shaw credit for leaving. And someone said it on whole line. He had 4 fouls, and he continued because we need the general on the floor.
I like that, the general. That's two. You and Tom O'Brien both called him the general. I like that. Gerald Green. I like it.
Someone else on whole line called him the general too. So he runs the show on the floor. I mean, and again, we got to do everything we can. I know the season's not over, but we got to keep our players. I mean, the players that will, like Bud Clark and future, whatever it's going to have to take to keep them. We're going to have to work on, keep him because he's, the general. I'm going to call like Shaw was. Shaw was the general too, running the show, and that's what you need. And last year we didn't have it. This year we have it. He calls the play. I'll tell you, he's got that fadeaway jump shot. Staten McRae had it tonight too, a little bit. You know, it's amazing how you saw their 3-point shooting in the beginning, and Shaw was very upset. And I said, when are we going to defend the three? And finally, the second half, that percentage went down, down, down. So that was good. And we locked down on their big guy. He ended up in foul trouble, and he had no points, which, that's, again, a testament to our defense in the second half and first half. So, again, gentlemen, great game, great W. Looking forward to any pregame or postgame for the Butler game. Go Pirates.
Thank you, Matty.
Take care.
Thank you.
Eli, read a question.
All
We
right,
have
man.
Thomas Riley with a question, Eli.
Yes, he says, hey guys, why isn't Hines playing more in second half? Seemed like every game he's on the bench for long minutes.
Who wants to handle that? Paul. Did Paul freeze?
Yeah, he froze.
Frankie, you want to handle that?
Well, he played a lot in the first half. He had when Payne came out, and I thought he was in for a good amount of time. In the second half, they start, and Shaw makes some adjustments, and but how could you doubt him? The way they played in the post tonight, I thought whatever Shaw pulled was very effective. I mean, God's will. Forget about the 6 points, whatever he scored. I thought he was a force in there at times.
Thomas, let me say this, and I wondered that myself. Whatever minutes Hines would have gotten in the second half were given to God's will, who played the best game of the year, right, guys? Not even debatable. But what I want to see, and we've been saying all year, and Frankie and I said it the other night, you gotta at some point pull the trigger. Hines and Payne on the court at the same time, because that will give Hines more minutes. Anyone disagree with that? Or, I mean, Bobby, do you want to see that? Eli, do you want to see that? Just once.
I mean, it's near the end of the season. We got to see at least once, right?
Right.
Well, what we've been saying is that the 5 best players on the team right now are Clark, Stanton, McRae, Simpkins, Payne, and Hines.
Right.
And we've never seen all 5 on the floor at the same time.
Right.
At some point, you've got to get your 5 best players on the floor.
Yeah, if you look at the starting 5 here, I mean, Fisher, who I've said doesn't belong in the starting lineup, 5 points, one rebound. And Williams had 0 points and 2 rebounds. At a certain point, I know Shaw keeps saying he doesn't want to change the starting lineup, but at some point, as we're gearing towards a postseason run here, we got to do something. How about Rivera in the starting lineup? He's a spark plug. We're always off to these slow starts. How about Rivera starting? The worst case scenario, he gets a lot of rebounds and gives us second and third chances on offense.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's we're almost at the hour mark, and I know you guys wanted to talk about the women. Bobby, did you watch the women's game or listen to it?
Yeah, I watched most of the game. Figuring you guys are all watching the men's game, I watched the women's game.
All right,
and
fill us in.
Nick, you will be very, very, very happy to know that Jacayla Kraft started tonight.
Awesome.
She had a plus 21 on her score sheet.
Really?
Her and Valenzuela had plus 21s. Whatever the hell that metric is, I have no idea. But they had plus 21s. She got hurt during the
start last game. She didn't start last game, Bobby.
I'm not sure. I missed last game, so I was doing something else. But you might be right there. But she, by the way, Coach Ba's show at noon. Just so you know, I'll ask him tomorrow during the show. But she got hurt during a scrum for a loose ball where her knee got rolled over. She got but she walked off on her own power, and she was back a few minutes later, which thank God, because it looked ugly for a while. She was down for a good 5 minutes with the trainers on the floor. Zahara Bishop had 20 points, off the bench. So we're getting there. I'm telling you. Again, I'm a CBS Sports guy. On their bracketology, we're not even close for the women, but yet our net is above 64. Doesn't make sense, but huge bias against Big East women as far as all these postseason stuff.
You're right.
Ari Woodward,
automatic
Ari
bids, so I
Woodward
think-
played, and Nick, Ari Woodward, 27 minutes tonight.
Wow.
So
It's a
she's
lot.
starting to get in more involved as that backup point guard with Gina Eaves out.
But Zahara played well. I was on the Zahara bandwagon early, and then he started her, and then he pulled her from the starting lineup, and she didn't get a lot of minutes. You guys were saying the last few games. Seems like she bounced back tonight. How'd Zahara play, Bobby?
Zahara Bishop, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 6 for 6 at the foul line.
Wow, she doesn't miss foul shots. She does not miss foul shots.
By the way, our guy Andrew in the Aquinas chat, DePaul just beat Creighton. So that
we're
should help
tied.
us as well.
So we're tied for 4th again.
Yes. Was it top 5 get a bye, right? Frank?
Top
Yes.
top five get a bye.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I said, by the way, this is a big win for the women because Marquette they had the same record going into the game. So the women are now 16-8, 10-5 in the Big East, and Marquette drops below them now, 16-9 and 10-6 in the Big East.
Right.
Wow.
No, that helps, and we got to beat Villanova.
Oh, that's the whole season right there. Villanova is the whole season, I believe, the 26th. So good win for the women, good win for the men. By the way, there's one stat here I want to read real quick. Let me see if I can find it again. Here we go. In Division I basketball, we are ranked 293rd in scoring at 71.4 points a game. But the kicker is we are 15th in defense. We're only giving up 64.8.
That's insane. That's insane, those numbers.
And we're scoring less. We're scoring almost 4 points less in the Big East than we are overall. But for us to be 17-8 and be 293rd in the country in scoring is bewildering.
It's logical though,
Well-
if you think that we're not getting blown out in any games.
Well, Bobby, there's 2 numbers that go into that. Okay, the first one is the rate of play. And we're one of the slowest teams in the country. If you look at the number of possessions in our games are not up and down the floor. That's one of the reasons that we score so little. But the other statistic is our defensive efficiency, how many points we give up per possession. I think we're 15th in the country. So we're playing a slow game, and we're not allowing other teams to score. And that's how we're winning, scoring 70 points.
Yeah. That's why we saw if we can get into the big dance, we're going to be a tough egg. At least in the first 2 rounds because we're going to probably play somebody we haven't seen before, and they're not going to be ready for our defense.
That's right. Especially somebody who wants to run up and down the floor, right? And they're going to get into a game that's going to be very frustrating. I want to leave with 1 point before I take off, gentlemen. And we alluded to it a little bit. But Kim English pitched a temper tantrum with his team up 5 points on a foul he didn't like on a 3-pointer. And I don't know if it turned the game around because it took a while for us to finally break through and take a lead.
Yeah.
But why are you pitching a fit? You're up 5 on the road. I didn't understand what he was trying to accomplish given the fact that his team was winning at the time. It wasn't like they were down 4 and he was trying to get his team fired up. They were winning. that was a very crazy thing from him.
Paul, it was frustration.
And
It was frustration on the whole season. It just boiled over for whatever reason.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure his house is going to be for sale in Providence at the end of the year. I can't imagine he's going to be back. But there was another play, and you guys were at the game, but they alluded to it on the television that I was watching it here on Peacock. One of the Providence kids was going up for a shot, and I don't know if he slipped or he got knocked down. There was something that happened that should have been a foul call. And the player, instead of getting up and playing defense, started talking to the official. Meanwhile, Simpkins goes down the court and makes a layup.
Yeah.
Now, you can't do that in this conference. I mean, I could just imagine a kid forgetting to play defense because he's arguing with the official, and what happens to him when at the next stoppage of play if he plays for Seton Hall. I mean, Holloway might chase him into the locker room, and I just was absolutely shocked to see the way that team, that team that has so many good shooters played. Providence is really something of a mess this season.
All right. Well, thanks, Paul.
All right. Well,
Paul, welcome back. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. We have a big weekend heading up. Big weekend.
He froze.
Yeah.
Nick, I'll send you a text about some other things.
You froze again.
All right. Thank you, Paul. All right. Well, I think that's the show.
Bill, final thoughts.
Well, 2 wins in the same night for Seton Hall women and Seton Hall men. It's a good night for Seton Hall basketball, men's and women's program. Hopefully they continue to be victorious. They actually played a good game tonight. Both programs.
Frankie, final thoughts.
Like we discussed last night, one at a time, and we got this one, especially with a team that, had they were building momentum, and we didn't lay down and die after a really tough defeat on Saturday. You know what? Shaw did get them where they needed to be, and I love it. You know what? We're right where we need to be at this point. 7-7. We're back tied with Creighton again for 4th place. We have 6 games left. Let's make a move.
Thank you, Paul. Eli, final thoughts.
2 big wins again for Seton Hall today. Very happy with that. Congrats to Bobby on 2 big signings today. If you saw his Facebook, congrats to him. And like last time, prayers up to Savannah Guthrie and her family. Let's hopefully she gets our mother home soon alive.
Bobby, final thoughts.
Well, by the way, thank you for that, Eli. But it's for all of us.
Yeah.
As I grow, we grow. Where I go, you guys come with me. So just remember that. Final thoughts again. Aside from being stuck up here and missing a great buffet according to Mr. Buffet down there. Don't forget Coach Ba's show at noon. And I did text him about Jacayla Kraft, and she's okay. So good news on that front.
Good.
All right, I'll go. So first, Surge Sports is our lifeline. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Bobby and Surge Sports. So again, a victory for Surge Sports is a victory for all of us. And Bobby, thank you. You're one of the kindest. I said this last night. You're one of the kindest people I know. And in this business, and not that we're in this business because we're not getting paid, but that, from what I'm hearing, that's the exception, not the rule, right? Like most people don't want to share or give their knowledge, or it's tough. But so we thank you, and we're very happy for Surge Sports, and anything that we can do to help, please.
Well, Nick, that's the whole point, and Eli knows this. He knows me very well for the past 5 years. We've known each other. I want to get everybody a little something, even if it's some pocket change, even if it's a night out with your spouse one night. I want to get to the point where we're all making a little something. So, and these next couple things coming up are heading in that direction. So I want to see everybody, and hey, anybody who's into soccer, you know, I'm in charge of the whole league's broadcasting program. Anybody who wants to do a game, you want to commentate, you want to run the camera, you want to do something, there'll be rooms for everybody to do something. The league in the first year will be in and around our area. Furthest team will be maybe 3 hours away. That's it. So as we go into the first season of the CPL, you know, there'll be a lot of opportunities to do stuff, and there will be a hometown team in Newark. I'll send you guys that press release. And the one cool thing real quick about this league is that it's not just, hey, Newark's getting a team, Newark FC. Our executive team, Greg and whatnot, we're aligning ourselves with actual big pro programs overseas.
Wow.
So it's not just like as a Newark franchise coming. They're aligned with another team that's already well known worldwide, and they're putting franchises in our league in certain cities. So that's gonna be a little difference between us and say a USL or something, because we're actually having that connection with these European and South American teams, and that's gonna just create a pipeline for players to start moving, get transferred, and you know that's where they make their money. So I'm excited. And it's gonna be a long year, but you know, again, you guys are more than welcome to come along with me and find little roles here and there. And again, I want to get everybody a little taste of everything, so it makes it more fun for me anyway.
That's awesome, and I know Bill will be the first one there as long as there is a buffet.
Yeah. And if we're talking Newark, I would assume soccer. We're talking Ironbound. So yeah, Bill definitely. Oh my God.
Yeah, I got.
Felicia's
more into the soccer, but I'll take. Hey, Bobby, I got your back, dude. I got your back, man. Congratulations on that. But I got your back, man. Whatever you need, let me know. I'll give you a hand. Felicia too. Felicia loves soccer. She loves soccer, man.
Nick, do your thing real quick. I'll be fine real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. So, guys, you know, great win tonight. Again, you know, bounce back after a heartbreaking loss. Bad things in life happen to people. How you react to those bad things defines you. And the same thing in sports. Go Pirates, one game at a time. We're back to 500. Now we have to get over that hump and hopefully get to a game over 500.
Hold on. We're trying to find it real quick.
And hopefully we get some students at these home games, because it's frustrating. It really is.
Yeah, I don't have the exact information in front of me, but it says the Newark City FC becomes a foundational franchise and is partnering with a Brazilian club. So yeah, it makes sense to have the
there you go.
Brazilians in the Newark. So
Ironbound.
Yeah.
Yes. Good food in Ironbound, Bill.
Good eats.
Bill's be the first one there, let me tell you.
All right. Good night, everyone.